Hello everybody and welcome back to the Omnipoke Online Play League Week 2. I'm back with, this time I'm actually the away week, but this time, well, I've decided that I'm going to try and record as many of my games as possible. So it's not actually my playing week, it's Trainer Chips, as you can see here. So yeah, we're up against Trainer Chip this week. We have 3 decks. 2 the same as I brought last week, ADPization and Luke Metal. Luke Metal is completely unchanged, ADPization have changed a few cards, and I've also built Mewtwo Incineroar. Now this is completely untested. I haven't actually had time to test this list yet. I've had to speed into action here to see if I can get some Incineroars just in time. So, do we want to go first or second? I think we actually, it's so important to get the attack off. I don't actually know whether it's correct to go first or second here. Let's go second. I actually think it's correct to go second here. I've kind of built the list around trying to get Incineroar going. We start Incineroar, which is great. I've built the list around trying to get Incineroar going as often as possible on turn 1. I guess not as often as possible. It's got like double Incineroar and stuff, so I'm pretty sure it's good to go second. Here. Looks like we're up against ADPization with Turbo Patches. Okay. Starting a Crobat. Okay. So I think our hand is pretty good. We have Hearth. We're losing a couple of Switch, which sucks. But we have Hearth into Quick Ball to Dene. We have Big Charm for the big cat. If we draw any Fire Energy, we can start putting fires into the bin, hopefully, so that we get value out of Grand Flame. I'm really hoping we can... I'm probably actually just going to attach a Horror Psychic to the Incineroar pre... Didn't. But yeah, this list is completely theory, so I'm probably going to test this a fair bit off stream, just on the ladder this week. There is a Zacian. So yeah, give this a fair go. See how it is. I don't know for sure how good it's going to be, but we can give it a go, see how it is. Having the Big Charm is really, really good in case he has to go Aggrozation with Brave Blade. Having the Big Charm ready means that Aggrozation is a pretty bad play unless he plays Tool Scrapper and has Tool Scrapper at some point during the game. Even Tool Scrapper at some point during the game is kind of weird because it can... Oh, wow. Maybe this isn't ADP. Oh, it's Spinners. Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably ADP. Oh, we hit the Dedenne. Hitting the Dedenne is great there. Okay. That means we can actually... Right, okay, first things first, we need to do some prize checking. This deck is going to be horrible to prize check for. We have 2 fire. I have both of these. Hearth. Switch. We have both of our stamps. We have Quick Ball. We have that. Cherish. Okay. Pokemon-wise, what's missing? We have Ziggy. Do we have Crobat? We have Crobat. We have Tudodenne. We have Reshizard. So Mewtwo. I think I just want to get a Mewtwo out here. And what's the other thing we're missing? Oh, it's second Incineroar. Oh no, it's not. Okay, I can't work out what the last Pokemon that we're missing is. I think I just want to get a Mewtwo out here. Hitting into this Crobat is kind of weak, but if we can Grand Flame 2 energy on, that's still fairly good. But it's kind of the same as Weldering here anyway, so maybe it's not that great. Maybe we should just attach the Horror. Either way, we're going to take a Mewtwo here. I like doing this in case he does go aggrozation. Big Charms on Mewtwo are really, really important for this matchup, but I think I need to protect the Incineroar from Zacian. Now is the decision time. Do we attach the Horror and go for the Grand Flame on a fairly weak target? This is not a great target to Grand Flame, but it does set up a lot of energy on the board and deny kind of a lot of what the opponent's got going on. Or we could just attach to the bench and prepare to deal with Zacian next turn. I actually still like attaching here and going for the Grand Flame because we can follow it up with Flare Buster next turn. Flare Blitzer, sorry, next turn. Potentially. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. I think it's correct to go for the Grand Flame here. We should be hopefully quite likely to hit it. Wow, we did not hit any supporters or any Poké Gears. That's horrible. Okay. That's really bad. I guess it's just a pass. That's really, really bad. I don't think benching the Reshizard does much there. Wow, we have 4 Pokegear, 4 Welder in there, and we had outs to Crobat as well. So 3 Quick Ball as well. Plus the raw Crobat, so that was 12 outs. In a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 44 card deck, 12 over 44, 6 over 22, 3 over 11, around 32%, around 30% actually. Around 30% of our deck was get outs there. Or like 27, I guess. Between 27 and 30%. And we drew none of them. Here's the ADP. This is going to make things like insanely hard now because we need to GX this. Like, usually you want to GX this turn, but now we can't. So now we have to attach to the bench. I think I want to bench the Reshizard and just Dead change. Dead changing again is so bad because the other big win con of this deck usually is trying to deny 3 prizes. I guess we already have the Incineroar down though. Missing that turn has really thrown me off. Okay, there's the Welder, so we can Grand Flame. What do we want to Grand Flame to is the question. We could Grand Flame to the Reshizard. We have Stamp for when he takes 3 prizes. Okay, Stamp is good. Do we want to Grand Flame to the Reshizard or do we want to Grand Flame to the Mewtwo? If we Grand Flame to the Mewtwo, we can potentially... Assuming he knocks us out, we can potentially find Big Charm and knock out whatever's in the active. We can still do that with Reshizard anyway, so I'm pretty sure we just Grand Flame to the Mewtwo because it's more versatile. And so that puts him at 190. We have a variety of attacks that can do 190. Primarily, Flare Strike doing 230 will blow this guy up. I think that was a pretty unlucky turn from us though, missing all of those outs. There's the Saucer, so Switch is scary, I guess. There's the E-Switch, okay. Maybe just going for maybe he doesn't have the Boss. Missing Boss would be really, really good for us here. Dedenating though, so fairly unlikely I would imagine. I would imagine Chip's playing the full 4 count of Boss. Catchers, oh no. Okay, that's a Tails. Might just have to Ultimate Ray into this Incineroar. If he does, we can attach Horror Psychic. Welder to the bench. Maybe just retreats and knocks out. Yeah. Probably just looking for a switch rather than a retreat here. But retreat will work. Take 3 prizes, hunt for boss. So next turn we stamp. Yeah, I would imagine we're going to see a retreat here. Retreat, take the knockout. We can respond with Flare Strike here. We can just attach. We can Viridian Welder to the bench Reshizard. So yeah, it's going to be all down to the stamp, basically. I'm hoping we can find Big Charm. So step 1 is thin as many cards out of the deck as possible. Second Big Charm is in there, as is one more Fire Energy. Okay. I don't think we're going to be needing the Indeedee in this matchup, so we can take the Indeedee. With the Indeedee, we can then take, I guess, Mewtwo, because we're never going to need Mewtwo in this matchup anymore, because if this Mewtwo gets knocked out, we lose. So we can now Quick Ball this, do this. We can then Viridian away the Mewtwo and grab our last Fire. And then Welder to the bench. Is that our last Welder? No, not. We don't have any fires left anyway, so we can't Welder anymore. Oh, we actually don't even have enough energy to attack with this Reshizard anymore. We have one. Oh, we have 2 prized though. Yeah, we have 2 prized. Pretty sure this Cherish Ball didn't have anything. Oh, I had a Naganadel. Okay. So now basically we're going to Dedenne dig for the Big Charm and hope that Chip doesn't draw boss. This damage counter I think is irrelevant, so let's just Dedenne and keep our board open for Crobat, which we are going to need. Wow, Welder and Boss were bottom 2 there. Oh, that really matters. Oh, we should have Quick Balled. We could have got rid of one more card. We can actually Quick Ball away Boss here. I don't think we can get rid of Stamp. I should have Quick Balled away. We can't get rid of Stamp because if Chip decides to Intrepid Sword to end his turn, we need to stamp the Intrepid Sword away. We should theoretically draw enough cards to hopefully see another boss. Anyway, so hopefully we can win in 4 turns. We missed the Big Charm. Oh, missing Big Charm sucks so bad. Missing Big Charm sucks real bad. That means we can also lose to Zigzagoon Ping if he's able to set up another Zacian. Come on, game. Come on, game. But I think we're in a pretty bad spot here because we missed so many Okay, we're back. And Flare Strike. So now we just have to pray for no boss. And there's a Mewtwo. We need a Fire Energy? No, okay. We needed a Fire Energy there, I think, to win the game. I was able to burn that. That was a Cherish Ball burnt, which means must have a Dedenne in hand. Search metal attached to Dene, find boss, gust game. Damn, I think... Maybe going second was just wrong. Maybe putting all my eggs into the Incineroar basket was just wrong. I'm unsure. We'll see what Chip has to offer. Grabbing a water energy, not a metal, means that maybe... Wait, why would you grab a water energy there? The metal can go here, unless you're thinning for exactly... I don't know. Oh, you have metal anyway? Okay. Then it makes sense. Yeah, if you have metal anyway, then it makes sense to take the water, I guess. He's a genius. Chip is obviously a very good player, so I don't doubt his play was correct. I was just processing in my head why the play he made was the correct play. So we can't dig anymore to find this big charm, so we basically have to top deck it and then gust up this ADP, I think. We can double switch to reset Flare Strike. There's an air balloon. Last card in hand is a water energy, so it must be Intrepid Sorting here. So do we take out the Zacian or the ADP? I guess it depends on how many energy Chip gets onto the Zacian here. 2 sources gone. 1 turbo patch gone. So it has a lot of ways to build up this build up this Zacian again. So what do we knock out here? Do we knock out the ADP or the Zacian? If we knock out the ADP, we're weak to Stamp, but I don't think Chip... Wait, have we seen any Stamps? No. We definitely need to Stamp Chip. We can't even bounce this Viridian. Because we've prized... I'm pretty sure we've seen a hearth and prized a half. Yeah. So we can't even bounce the Viridian. So definitely get a Zacian up. So basically he needs Gust, Zacian... Gust and the stuff to set up a Zacian here to knock us out with Zacian. Sorry, he needs to be able to set up a Zacian and then either Gust or ping the Mewtwo to knock us out. Or he just needs Gust with the ADP. So I'm pretty sure we knock out the ADP just because that's more for him to deal with. That's less cards for him to win the game with. So I'm pretty sure we Gust this up. We have Nagana Delta win the game next turn, unless I'm missing anything that I should be doing. We could technically... No, Horror House does nothing. So we just need to double switch here. Or we can attach and switch. So we still have our GX attack here. We can just Flare Strike, and next turn we can Double Blaze whatever sent active. Or, we can just Nagana Del Snipe something anyway. Once again, though, when I go into the attack phase, my computer freezes and makes it look like I'm BMing. I'm really not. I think I've still lost this game. I don't have enough for the full nasty goo mix effect. So we're a bit weak to stamp ourselves now, but we have Nagana Delta win the game. I don't think... Oh, we had all 6 prizes, because we had 2 fires. Right. I don't think Chip will play stamps, though, because he's playing the full 4 energy switch, turbo patches, and catchers. So I'd imagine this is like a quad research list, and then just all of the item-based like combo cards. I guess, at least. I would imagine that's probably what we're dealing with. There's a metal, there's an attach, there's a boss, there's a more wild. Oh no. Does he have it? Up to RNG, lol. Uh-oh. Damn. Okay, so the stamps weren't enough. Like I say, I'm still fairly inexperienced with the deck, so maybe I made some mistakes along the way. But I think we did the best we could there. Maybe. Maybe we could have done better. Okay. So I'm going to play ADP of my own now, I think. Interesting. I'm still not certain how... I haven't played much Mewtwo post-rotation, so I could have definitely made mistakes there. Started Lone Zigzag. It's kind of sad considering we only play one and we don't play Scoop Up Nets. It's for exactly one matchup to be able to ping... Well, not exactly one matchup, but for a very specific purpose. So starting it is really, really bad because we can't pick it up. If we're against Mewtwo, it's like quadruply bad because it's mainly in here for that matchup. I really need a new computer, guys. This is sad. Oh no, it actually... Oh, goodness sake. Okay. We can find a Zacian here. We can just find Zacian ADP here. We have the Metal Sorcerer in hand. We can Intrepid Sword. Or we could start digging straight away. I think I actually want to do it this way because it's so bad starting... It's so bad starting this against Mewtwo, considering we don't play any ways to bounce it. It's so bad. That's heartbreaking. Oh well, we got an energy on, and we can go for the Intrepid Sword. We have Supporter. We did draw pretty rough from that. We have Crobat. Maybe I'm tilted. Maybe I'm just playing badly now. That's like 3 incredibly bad draws for us. We have Viridians, we had Energy. I also didn't prize check. Wow, I am tilted. I'm throwing. And my computer's frozen. This has all gone wrong. Okay. Maybe this is... Like, you could even knock this out with a Zigzagoon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 basics, and we started exactly this one. Okay. Let's not let it bog us down. We can still win this game. Losing to boss isn't the end of the world. I play Elder Goss and the full 4 count of boss and Great Catcher, so Great Catcher's getting a bit weaker nowadays because of Eternatus' prevalence in the meta, but I still think it's pretty good. With Mewtwo seeing more popularity, it can gust up Mewtwo targets, which is pretty good. Why didn't I prize check? I was just so focused on the play I was making. I wasn't thinking about the bigger picture. I need to make sure I prize. Well, I can prize check here because I can half the way I research. So we can still prize check as the first action of the turn. The only bad top decks here would be Elder Goss or Boss, I think. Everything else is probably fairly acceptable to just research away. I guess Great Catcher as well. Great Catcher's not ideal, but need to find another Pokemon this turn because we do, I guess, threaten knockout with Zacian here. I would imagine there's plenty of Pokemon to come down during the rest of this turn, though. Yeah, there's a Quick Ball, bending one of those fires, so we know he has fire in hand. Okay, it's Torkoal, so it's not Mewtwo, which is better. Okay, let's start by doing some prize checking. Okay, so ADP is in here, the Goss is in here, 2 Dedenne, 1 Mawile. Still playing Oricorio. We've got Zacian. Got Zacian prized. Okay, let's check the energy quickly. We've seen 2 metal and 1 water. No water, so we have 1 metal. One of our Marnies is prized. One of our Quick Balls is prized. 1 Sorcerer is prized. And a Cherish. Not the end of the world. This is a bit risky, because now we have to discard the boss here to find a water energy, but I'm still going to do it. The reason why I wanted to only discard 1 card there was potentially off of this Crobat we could draw like the Uber Nuts and not have to research this turn. I'm almost certain we will have to. And if we didn't have to research this turn, we would have been able to have double boss in hand ready to go. Turns out we did draw pretty well, to be honest. I don't think we've drawn well enough to keep the boss in hand, though. And Zamazenta's trash. Energy switch isn't great in this current spot, so I'm pretty sure it's fine to just do this. Can Mawile. It's a fairly small hand. Gonna have to research next turn almost certainly. I have a feeling this is gonna be a double Zacian game. So we probably don't need to boss next turn. We have the Dedenne. I don't think we need to Mawile this turn. I think we can just Altered Creation. It's a 4-card hand. I doubt he's holding too much. Could be holding Dedenne, but I don't see why he would hold Dedenne this turn and not hold it next turn, or not play Dedenne last turn and play it this turn. So Okay, so yeah, I expected this to come down. The Steam Crush, discarding the energy from the ADP. So basically we need to find Switch Saucer next turn, which should be manageable, I hope. Starting with the Dene. May lose value on the Mawile. May use the Mawile. I think this is I think this has Rhyperias in it as well. I think this is like this is his like Rhyperia box that he played against Azul last week. I should have watched those games. I haven't watched. I'm not caught up yet. I've been catching up, but I'm not caught up. And knowing that I was playing against Chip this week, I probably should have watched Chips first. In all honesty. But alas. So we're always attaching. We simply find Switch Saucer. We have energy in the bin. I don't want to play them all while. Didn't do much. And, well, discarded a Pokegear, which kind of shows he probably has a fairly good hand. But at the same time... I don't even know that I take the knockout this turn, even if I hit it. Either way, I don't think we can bench them all while, because I think we're going to need to find another Zacian and start setting up another Zacian this turn. So... we can actually thin a blue here. So hopefully we find Zacian. Zacian is the biggest thing we want to find. We did. We didn't find Saucer, but that's okay. Found Double Boss. We can just Zacian and Intrepid Sword to this one. There's the switch. No hits was fairly likely, but also pretty painful. Especially as we only have 2 Saucers. And we missed the Saucer as well. That is rough. So we are probably going to need to high roll into a Saucer off the top deck, off of the prizes. So he's setting up knockout with Victini. Good thing is probably can't knock me out this turn, so even if we lose the Zacian, we're not under a huge amount of pressure, I don't think. Because we can like attach Intrepid Sword to the other Zacian, hopefully, at some point during the game. I think we're going to have to try and force him to take 3 Zacian knockouts, because I think he needs to be dealing with the Zacians, because if we ever set up 2 Zacians, we can just go knockout into knockout. So I think we have to kind of force him to take 3 Zacian knockouts, unless he gets the high roll Combustion Pillar here knockout. If he gets the high roll Combustion Pillar knockout, we are in a pretty bad spot, because then he just needs to take 2 Zacian knockouts, which gives me less leeway to be able to set up an extra Zacian, because we'll have 1 less turn to set up an extra Zacian, or set up a Zacian. But if he can't take the knockout here, we can attach here, and we have a fairly free ride at setting up. We have like an extra turn to set up a Zacian. So yeah. Combustion Pillar. Didn't get the knockout. Okay, that's very big. We didn't want to see a knockout there. This is all our gusting, so I can't really get rid of any of this stuff, but at the same time I don't really have much to get rid of anyway. Many ways to get rid of anyway. I can't really get rid of much from hand regardless. This Great Catcher is probably pretty dead. Should we be taking this energy? Do we think we're going to need to Intrepid Sword here? I'm going to need another energy anyway. So you basically are reliant on finding Sorcerer off the prizes. I think I should take the energy here. He's going to come in and knock me out. So next turn, basically, we can also attach this to play around Stamp. We want to keep the Quick Ball in deck. Should have discarded the Great Catcher instead of the Cherish Ball, because we want to be able to find the Dene. So that was a misplay. Should have got rid of the Great Catcher instead of the Cherish Ball. Oh, Brave Blade. Couldn't find any capes, which is pretty big. So what do we hit? We hit metal, Marnie, and saucer. Okay, so we hit the saucer. That's good. So we have Zacian, Cherish, and Quick left in the deck. So basically we're down to... Okay, there's the stamp. There is the stamp. There's Oricorio. This should be a Quick Ball. This should be a Cherish Ball, so it would get us a Dedenne normally, but we'll have to settle for Oricorio. Oricorio isn't bad, though. There's a Rhyperia. That's 2 prizes. There's a Research. Okay. Need to hit 2 of our saucers, drawing 10 cards in a 20-card deck. Or we can draw 7 cards and have the out to Dedenne. Uh, 10 cards in a 19-card deck, so 2 saucers on the bottom. So we're drawing 10 cards or 13 cards, potentially 14 cards. We have 4 outs for the Dedenne. Cherish Ball, Quick, and the physical Dedenne. So I think it's best to actually risk it here. Take the high roll of the +6. We do hit the +6. So now we just need to thin our hand down enough to be able to... get the KO. Are any bases in here? There aren't. So we're drawing... It's actually not that many cards. It's basically like a 50-50, but there's 2 outs, so... Come on, saucer. There's the saucer. Okay, it's 1-1 in the series. He'll go second. Okay. Okay. Do we want to play more Mewtwo, or do we want to play some... Luke Metalization. I think knowing that Chip has that fire deck that I think would absolutely destroy me, I'm going to go with Mewtwo. Chip is going second, so, and I would prefer to go second, so it's a bit awkward, but I think we probably have a stronger matchup. If he does decide to go for the fire deck that we just played against. Plus, I want to try the Mewtwo deck out again. I feel like we got pretty unlucky. I will just double check. Okay, so let's see how things go this time. We can close this. Started the Ziggy again, very good. Again, it's another deck that plays 1 Ziggy and no nets in order to try and deal with very specific situations that now can't be dealt with. So that's pretty annoying. Hooper. Okay, so Hooper is the first thing we see. What does Hooper tell us? Hooper tells us... I don't even know what Hooper tells us. What on earth does Hooper tell us? Eternatus? Maybe Eternatus. If we can Incineroar an Eternatus, it should be pretty good. We could just Dedenne here, but we have Pokegear, Welder. There's a lot of outs that we don't want to miss here. I should also be doing some prize checking. So we have a Fire, a Horror, a Big Charm. Big Charm is pretty gross to prize in this matchup. We've got a Boss prized. We've got a Switch in hand. Now comes the difficult bit. To Incineroar, Eldegoss. I should work backwards. So we've got Crobat prized. Mewtwo, Dedenne. Oh, we've got a Dedenne prized. Okay. We could take a Mewtwo and attach. We could take an Incineroar attach. We could take a Dedenne and dig. But we have the full combo here. So I think I just want to take an Incineroar. Incineroar so weak. But hopefully we can get like attack. We can like Grand Flame to a Mewtwo and Big Charm. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 10 outs, and we're drawing 3 cards. Maybe we should just take the Dedenne here. I think we're just going to take the Dedenne. We lose a lot of Welder's gears and stuff, but our hand has nothing going for us. I don't want to attach to the Zigzagoon, I don't think. I'd rather attach to a Mewtwo this turn. Finding a retreat for this Goon could be annoying now. It's a pretty gross hand to have to Dedenne, but I think we need to not be reliant on... Oh, we found that retreat anyway. We found another Welder. Okay, this is pretty gross. It's either Eternatus or like Hooper Spiritomb, right? There's a Com. Okay, it's Eternatus. So if we can Grand Flame an Eternatus, that takes it down to 250. Which is still an absurd amount of health. What the... 250. How do we deal 250? There's no nice 250 attacks in this deck. Spiritombs as well. Full shenanigans. I feel like my inexperience with this deck is beginning to show, because I really am not sure the best line of play in this matchup. Still learning. Probably should do the learning before my games. Still though, hopefully we can work out what to do on the fly. It's been a while since I've played Mewtwo. I played against it a fair bit recently, getting destroyed as ADP. We have nasty Goomix GX that we can try and trap with potentially. Like poke, trap, knockout. Knockout maybe? I guess we need to try and knock one out and then stamp trap another. I would imagine Chip's probably playing switches though. I think switches are so much better than all the other options. All the other mobility options in Eternatus, in my mind. Does play switches. Doesn't get the energy attachment. Okay. I really didn't want to have to Welder to this Mewtwo. Weldering to this Mewtwo would feel hideous. But so does having to discard a second Welder. Maybe I was too greedy turn 1. I had to hit so much turn 2 for it to play to be correct though. Had the Welder combo in hand, but I still need to hit Mewtwo on way to discard 2 energy. I'm pretty sure my play was correct. Maybe it wasn't though. Either way. Let's continue. So unlikely that we hit Welder plus energy this turn now. Luckily, maybe this prize is wasted anyway. But we've just drawn 2 switches, and we drew one at the start of the game, so we don't even have ability anymore. So it kind of doesn't matter. This is all kinds of awful. I just cut my losses and attach to Mewtwo here. Just find Big Charm and hope we can GX it instead of using Goo Mix. Maybe we just have to cut the losses. Hit another Welder. Oh my days. That's so bad. So we have 1 Welder for the rest of this game. I don't even know that I can discard this one, can I? I have to. Okay, we actually found Big Charm. We have nothing to do with this. We need to top deck exactly energy to be able to Incineroar next turn. Incineroaring doesn't feel great. Because we have no 250 damage attack. So Incineroar doesn't even feel great to use anymore. Maybe we were correct to just find Incineroar attached turn 1. Because turn 2 we could Weld a Flare Blitzer and Eternatus. Huh. Maybe that was the play. Regardless, I think I can put this down. I think we still let him take the Zigzagoon prize here. This whole turn is all kinds of bad, though. This whole game is all kinds of bad. I think... we drew 3 Welder Eldegoss before really seeing any target to Welder to. I don't know. Oh, there's the Marnie. Should have attached the Big Charm. Maybe it was a misplay to hold the Big Charm. We can at least reset the Welder to the top with Hearth. Attach to the bench. Okay, you can take the ping knockout next turn, I guess, then. I see, I see. We can bench Indeedee to avoid that. That's quite funny. Oh no, I think it only heals Psychic Pokemon, right? Oh no, it does. We could actually bench Indeedee to avoid that. We missed the Welder. Which is fairly unsurprising in all honesty. We have no good attacks really. Chips used one switch, so he probably has another. He has the pivot, so probably has another switch. But our best option genuinely might be to just go for Nasty Gumix. How do we even knock out after that though? This whole game is full of glaring errors. You can copy barely anything. One Welder left. Okay, so my plan is to gust up a Nasty Gumix with the full effect next turn. Oh, this has been so bad though. So bad. I don't know whether it's the deck or my lack of experience or I'm pretty unlucky. It feels like a multitude of all of those things. Like I say, this list is untested, so there's definitely some issues. I also haven't played Mewtwo for a while, so I'm probably rusty with it. But I feel like we've got pretty unlucky these two Mewtwo games. We missed so many outs game 1, and then we hit all of our outs game 2 so that we couldn't actually use any of our Welders. That's pretty gross. Eternatus. So he has the Power Excel knockout. You just have to go for Gumix here. And hope he doesn't have Switch. If he has Switch, I'm pretty sure this is over. But I don't think there's any other play I can make. I think I have to pray he doesn't have Switch. Playing as if he has Crobats. So maybe he has to Crobat for Switch. Crobat for 2. Supporter or Switch are out at the moment. Don't get me wrong, we're still in a pretty bad spot. Need to work out how we capitalise from this position. Because I have no clue. There's the black market. And there's the Marnie. Okay, so I was able to find supporter. Maybe able to find Switch now. the attach. There's the building. Is there a switch here as well? So we'll still actually take all 3 prizes because this only procs if it's damage by attack. Oh, here's the switch. Okay, this is over. This is so over. He did top deck like. I don't even know. What do we need to top deck here? Pretty sure it's not that. Pretty sure it's not that. Damn. Okay. I need to go back and watch that footage. I don't know whether it was bad luck, bad deck, bad matchups. But I feel like those 2 Mewtwo games are pretty rough. I may have played incorrectly. I'll have to go back and watch. But I'll be interested to see what I could have done differently. Interesting. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you go and check out Chip's perspective over on his channel. This will be uploaded after his, so maybe you'll have come over from here and if from his perspective. And if you have, thank you so much for joining. I've been Jack from Omnipoke, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week for the next Omnipoke League.